What if 10% of the gold chests were just death bounties and you just are out of the tournament?
It's the Poker News Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 969 of the Poker News Podcast. I'm Chad Holloway, joined by Mike Holtz and Ben Ludlow at Level 9 Studios in Las Vegas. We are about a week into the World Series of Poker. We got another good episode. This one sponsored by Poker Stars, exclusively on FanDuel. You can check them out. We'll be having them as a sponsor all summer long, as well as a new sponsor. You might see some beef jerky on the table. We'll get into this more later in the episode, but move over Jack Links. Remember when Jack Links sponsored the WSOP?
Yeah, I do.
Well, we're going to go...
Jack Links mystery hand. Try Think Jerky mystery hand.
Exactly.
I have a great idea. Let's do that. That would be great. We should do some Think Jerky mystery hands.
Oh, okay.
Commentate on them. I'm with it.
I'm with it.
Well, let us talk about some stories that are going to be coming up. We're going to talk about Phil Ivey. I wasn't even sure if he was going to come to the WSOP. He did. He played a big hand that we'll talk about here in a minute. We'll talk about Jeremy Ausmus being denied a vlogger pass, which surprised some. Some pretty big names have come close to winning a bracelet, but fallen a spot or two short. We'll talk about Alan Keating no-showing his $25K heads-up match. We have the mini Mystery Millions wrap up, and there was $1 million bounty winner. We'll show that and talk about that, as well as some other big bounty draws. And then I will talk about the CSOP 100. I'm wearing the shirt. I was there. It was a fun event. Get into that. And then, of course, as I said, our sponsor, Think Jerky. But let's talk Phil Ivey. I mentioned, I won't say I didn't think he would be. I thought there was a chance he wouldn't be at this year's World Series of Poker, just given, no Club WPT Gold allowed, no WPT Global, I guess. I don't know.
I've never heard of these companies. What is this?
Yeah. And, but he's here, he's playing, he was in the 25K heads up. I don't know. What do you guys think? Phil Ivey, you a fan when he shows up? Most people are.
No, dude, we hate it when Phil Ivey shows up to WSOP.
You hate when Phil Hellmuth shows up?
No, I don't. It's cool if Phil Hellmuth shows up. I hate his main event entrance. And I think most people do at this point because it's absurd. Yeah. But
I don't think he even likes it at this point. He's like, oh, fuck, another year.
No, he definitely likes it, dude. Are you serious? Come on. He's a black hole of narcissism. Anyway, so what were we talking about?
Phil Ivey.
Phil Ivey, right. We love Phil Ivey. Every time I see him, I'm like starstruck. Even I've seen him a million times. I'm like, oh, it's Phil Ivey. It's so cool. So yeah, really glad he's here and playing the heads up the way that WSOP has done it this year with the live streams, the new stage. It's very sick. And sick hand, crazy reaction. And that is a meme face that Ivey makes that will go on forever.
Yeah, I'm sure you've seen it in the thumbnail to this, and we'll show the video of the hand in question. Pocket sevens versus pocket queens. Check it out.
This Ivey's second effort in the event. Could it be coming to a close? A 7 on the flop says not so fast. Now Nakanishi can obviously turn the tables with a queen. A diamond would give him some outs as well, other than the 4.
Oh, quad sevens.
So, wow, the queen on the end. Ivey actually needed the 4th 7, as it turns out. Wild.
Surging.
Now up to 137 bigs, above the average of 100 bigs.
200. That was a wild run out.
25. No doubt.
20s.
So there you have it. It was all in pre, flops a set, turns quads, but just for salt in the wound, a queen on the river. I think the hand itself, nothing too special, but it was Ivey's reaction, his facial expression that at the end that was like, caught a lot of people off guard.
Yeah, that was a sick match, though. I watched a lot of these heads-up matches. I think that, first of all, the coverage has been awesome. The stage looks very cool. I really like how... they've done this in the past where they tried to have all the events that are very deep around each other at the same time so that they can kind of check in on coverage, whatever. But this has been especially cool, and getting to bounce around to various heads-up matches. But that Ivey match, man, I was more focused on Shota Nakanishi. He played incredible. I think I've watched almost every match that's been broadcast, or most of them, because I've been sitting at home not cashing poker tournaments, and Shota was incredible. He made some amazing plays. I've been really impressed by the play. However, now I watch some of these heads-up matches and it just feels like everyone's clicking buttons. I have no idea what's going on half the time. And I don't know if they do either. But that's heads up for you.
I've been watching a lot of the matches. We're going to talk about some more of that later on in this episode. Right now, as we're recording this, it's down to the final 4. But this was interesting because it used to be just, I think, 64 players. That was it. They did 2 flights now with 64 players each, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so they were able to double.
And they had a few re-entries on 1B or whatever, yeah.
But it seems like it's been a lot of fun. I've been watching a lot of the matches you mentioned. One player who did not play in it, I don't believe, was Jeremy Ausmus. He tweeted that he was excited to start his yearly grind, albeit a little bit late, his 17th WSOP, but that he was denied a vlogging credential by the WSOP. A little bummed about that. Of course, he is big into the vlogging game. We talk about Jeremy Ausmus a lot, Mike, and no vlogs for him, I guess, this summer at the WSOP because they said no go.
I didn't realize this is because probably that he's sponsored by Coin Poker until people were discussing this morning. But when I saw it originally, my first reaction was I screenshot it and sent it to Jeff Platt. I said, I believe I said in quotes, can you get our slutty boy in, please? And he didn't answer me. So,
well,
I'm going to guess that means no.
Probably not.
Yeah.
When he tweeted that, the fact that he is an official Coin Poker partner was, conveniently left out. And we know how that's been going. So, I mean, when you see that, it's not that they don't want Jeremy Ausmus there. It's that they don't want Coin Poker vloggers there, which, again, however you feel about that is however you feel about that. But it is unfortunate because I think it was Pads who said he's pretty much the only high stakes reg who's vlogging with any regularity. Most of the vloggers are playing low to mid stakes or their videos. Oh my God, I'm excited to play this 10K. Whereas Ausmus is going to play everything. So getting to see the vlogs on the inside of playing the 250K or the 50K PPC, all that stuff, it's too bad. But Coin Poker.
It's confusing to me because it's like, it's like not wanting someone to play the PGA Tour because they're sponsored by Under Armour or something like that as well. Him putting out vlogs of the WSOP is good for the WSOP, whether it's sponsored by Coin Poker, or by Club WPT Gold, or by whoever. It's of the WSOP. It's gonna make just as many people want to play WSOP events as it is on the respective sites. So I don't. For me, it feels like a little bit weird that they would do that. I also heard that Caesars banned Coin Poker and Club WPT Gold on their Wi-Fi's.
Really?
I don't know if that's 100% accurate. I haven't.
That sounds like a
but I've seen it on Twitter.
Theory.
I asked somebody about it. And they were like, "Yeah, that makes sense." So, but they couldn't confirm it. Well,
I mean, it would make sense. They want people to play on WSOP.com, right?
Yeah.
So don't allow access to the unregulated stuff. And I take the WSOP's point with Jeremy Ausmus here in this regard is if he gets a media badge. For instance, if I go and vlog, I use my media badge and I create a PokerNews podcast sponsored by one of the sites that they don't like, they're going to come and take the credential away from me. And
what
say,
about the ACR guys, though?
But they're pre-approved. I mean,
I'm just saying, what's the difference between an ACR vlogger and Jeremy Ausmus? Besides the fact that, and I like all the ACR guys basically that they have. I think I like every single one of them. Love them all, but Jeremy Ausmus brings a prestige level that you're only really getting with. I mean, Foxen now and Chance as well, but Jeremy Ausmus is pretty prestigious. I'm pretty shocked if they're making that distinction, not letting Ausmus in, but letting them in.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Obviously, it's a bit hypocritical if you take the ACR, what they are in the industry, to these others. They're comparable. And I think even when we had Jeff Platt in here, he didn't say as much, but he was like, yeah, I get it, right?
Yeah.
Because the optics of that aren't great. And I don't know what the deal is or relationship is between ACR and WSOP, but they are pre-approved, so they're allowed to.
Yeah.
The others aren't. They can't.
And they've got some sort of partnership. I know they were doing lots of sponsorships for the Bahamas stuff and giving away seats. And I'm not sure if they're doing main event seats on ACR, but it's definitely there's a bit more of a partnership. So I guess you got to partner up or get out.
I'm just surprised that all of the sites don't have a truce kind of deal almost.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess because the Club WPT Gold actions, I can see why WSB isn't
Sure.
exactly extending an olive branch. But in general, just with Coin and everything, just with everyone, I feel like until they've done something totally crazy, it's better for everyone if we're all symbiotic, right?
It sort of seems like, I get that you don't want to have your brand associated with promoting these sites, where it's like, oh, we're
And
promoting.
we have
these-
Hustler Casino Live, live at the WSOP.
Yeah, exactly. It seems a bit arbitrary on who they're choosing, who they're not. But to their credit, it's not like they're saying, all right, Coin Poker's out, but Jeremy's in. Like, at least they're sticking to their guns with their decision. So
Is there no other person sponsored by Coin at all that got a vlogging pass?
I don't believe so.
I don't think, not that I'm aware of. And
So it would be like Abby Poker and like DePaulo.
yeah, and if they if Ausmus came in and said, "Listen, I'm on to do vlogs, and it will have nothing to do, no branding, no talk about Coin Poker," I bet you they would say, "Okay."
Yeah, but I bet that's
But
probably
if it's
not
going
allowed
to
in
be,
this contract.
if it's going to be used as a vehicle to promote a site that they are banning, then I get their take.
Yeah.
And like you said, at least they're being consistent. And it
Right,
does suck.
they are being consistent. That's why ACR is banned too.
Well,
They're consistent. Yeah,
They're
with consistently inconsistent about some things.
let's talk about some of the bracelet events that have been happening. We're not going to go over every winner. They have the WSOP Countdown show now. Donnie Peters is doing almost daily episodes from the Poker Go podcast. You can really dive into the minutia of the bracelet winners, the field sizes, et cetera, et cetera. But I did want to talk about this overall story of some of these bigger names coming real close of winning a bracelet. Nick Schulman just finished runner-up and was denied his 9th bracelet, I believe it was.
I think 8th.
Eighth, maybe, yeah. Schulman always crushing. Seaver finished 3rd, and that one was the $1,500 Badoogie. Jesse Lonis finishing heads up in the PLO event and nearly gets one. Brian Yoon, another runner-up finisher. Just like damn, a lot of people, just one spot, maybe one card away from a bracelet.
Pretty cool stuff this early on. I mean, we're at the end of week 1, and we've had a bunch of big names already making waves. Damn, Jesse Lonis got so close, man. I thought he was going to win that. It's unfortunate. I like Jesse. And Scott Seaver, Nick Schulman, either one of them winning would have been pretty huge early on. I'm a big fan of both. Yeah, it's been a good week, and I think we're gearing for a great WSOP this year.
I just don't think they wanted it enough. That's why they all got second or
I
third.
looked in Nick Schulman's eyes and I saw that, but
Yeah.
I didn't want to say anything.
No,
you know?
yeah, I could just look in his eyes like, nah, this Hawaiian shirt guy, he wants it more. Or the guy who won. You know.
Chess grandmaster or something like
Oh,
that.
really?
We can say his name, right? We have his name. Let's
Yeah,
not like just
give
like,
him,
oh, yeah,
I think it's Michael
this piece
Casella.
of
Michael
shit.
Casella,
Michael
yeah,
Casella.
Yeah, like,
$141,000.
congratulations
Mike,
to Michael Casella
congratulations,
for beating
Michael.
2 legends.
Yeah.
Second and
no.
third, I would be so ecstatic if that was me. I'd be
He's-
like, yeah, I fucking beat their asses, yo. They couldn't hang
In
with the
Badoogie?
boy.
You
And I had a
can't beat me
Hawaiian
in
shirt on.
Badoogie.
Yeah, you couldn't have
Couldn't get a
Badoogie.
heart, you loser.
Yeah.
He said in his the interview after, he's like, yeah, I had a dream that it was going to be me, Seaver, Schulman, and then Yuri Divalesky, who I think got
I
like,
had a dream too with the 4 of them, but
it was
we were
very
not playing
different.
poker.
and I was in the quarter with a camcorder, right? Nice.
What?
It is.
There it is.
One person who's not going to win a bracelet and
my
wasn't going to
blogging
because
pass
he
for that.
simply gave up was Alan Keating
Oh, yeah.
in the 25K heads up bracket. He just didn't show up for his match, and he actually called, said, "Hey, I forgot I made plans. I'm just going to concede," and burn 25K.
Unacceptable. I'm not joking. I think that's
All right.
beyond unacceptable. I think it's really, really not okay when you have 25K fantasy implications on the line in situations. You have people in the waiting list. Other people wanted that spot.
Sure.
A ton of people would have played that. We could have postponed that for 15 minutes so somebody else could get over. 100% if they said, we have one 25K spot available, we're going to get someone to reg in 5-10 minutes. I think. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think it's very strange. I think it opens up a lot of weird opportunities where like you could get a situation where these 25K fantasies, they have crazy side bets, crazy, way more than $25,000, hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars of side bets against each other. If you put a bunch of people in, then you get a favorable thing. You could just have someone not show up. I'm not saying that's clearly not what happened here. I'm just saying it sets a bad precedent.
Sure. It was in the first round against Peter Krupa. As I said, Keating called, said, I'm not going to make it. So they gave Krupa a pass to the next round, the round of 32, I guess that would be.
I just wanted to add that I think the other issue is that bracelets are prestigious, right? If Krupa were to win the whole thing, like, is that not a blemish that he didn't have to play an opponent? He didn't have to play 12.5% of the field, like 1/8 of the field or whatever, 1/16, whatever it is. It's a pretty significant advantage to not have to play an opponent. And I think in the most prestigious heads-up tournament, it's the most prestigious heads-up tournament in the world. It's not even close.
Yeah.
I don't think.
I agree with you now that I think about it in terms of, since it was the first round, it should have been easy to find a replacement or postpone the match to find a replacement, assuming there was a waiting list to get in. I don't see why they wouldn't. If it was in round 2, 3, 4, it'd be a little different, though I think somebody would be less prone to drop out at that point too. So, but I take your point.
I just want to know what the plans were, that he's rich enough to skip that and be like, oh yeah, sorry, I got plans. Like, yeah, I got a lunch that I got to go to. Or something.
I mean, that's pretty, it's pretty wild.
Pretty wild. But yeah, no, I mean, whatever. Like, I think Alan is generally a pretty good dude, and I'm sure it was an honest mistake. It is a little obnoxious to be like, yep, so rich I didn't show up, but like, I'm sure he actually had something legit to do, in his.
And I could see how it happens with Alan. You know what I mean? I've met Alan, great guy, and the
girls that come up to him, they're probably like, you want to hang out, and he's like, yeah, I'll skip the $25K for this. So
imagine if it was $100 heads up, and then let's say that happens, beautiful women are all over you, and you're like, let's go to Milan, or whatever else, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. The more I think about it, he's probably whatever he's doing. Proud of you, buddy. He's probably out there doing the Lord's work.
It just like cuts to him tied up in a dungeon, getting whipped.
He's in the dealer dungeon.
He's literally kidnapped.
In the dealer dungeon, man.
I do want to mention, I think it was day 2. Everybody who advanced came back, and there was a big match between Daniel Negreanu and Biao Ding. I was at home watching this one. Negreanu had a 10-1 chip lead.
Yeah, it was tough.
And look, it's hard to feel bad for Negreanu, right? Because he's Negreanu, and when it comes to poker, all things usually come up Negreanu. But not this match. Yeah. He ended up losing that lead and losing the match, and it was in brutal fashion. There was one hand in particular where he got it all in pre-flop. Ace Queen looking to close it out against Ding, who had Ace 9. Check it out.
Keep the gravy train rolling.
Negreanu limping the Ace Queen. Trap City. Trap City. Ding with the Ace 9 suited. And 33 big blinds.
120.
120. Raise to 120.
Takes it upstairs, understandably. Have to imagine the 3-bet is inbound.
All in.
All in.
Daniel. Limp shove.
Boy.
Cool.
Ace 9 of spades is a decent bit of hand. In the face of a limp shove, though, we have our concerns, and now those concerns are confirmed as Ding makes the call, and Negreanu shows him that one hand he doesn't want to see, the dominant ace.
I don't approve of that with 30 big blinds. I really don't.
I'm with you. I thought it was a bit liberal. Like, what is Daniel limp 3-betting us with that the Ace 9 of spades performs?
It seemed like frustration, as you saw when he sighed and just threw the chips in. Like, buddy, you still got 30 big blinds here, and you got Ace 9 of spades. Just let it go.
Boy, 6-5.
I think he's probably frustrated.
Not a lot of hope for Ace 9 here. 7 or an 8 for some added sweat. Whew.
Daniel trapped him.
Yep, just a 3-outer. It ain't over yet, and stranger things have happened.
This would hurt. This would hurt Daniel.
But Negreanu poised to advance if he can fade this 3-outer for Ding Biao, which he cannot.
Oh my goodness!
I can't take it anymore. No, we're not done. We're basically done.
Oh, it hurts.
I had them all in for 7 bigs.
Oh, it hurt.
And then I needed a 3, 5, 7, or a heart. Then I had them all in King, Queen of Spades against Ace 10. Just now for all of it, Ace Queen against Ace 9.
So there you see it. I can't wait to watch Negreanu's vlog about this one because I know he's going to go off. But I did feel for him. I'm like, damn, a lot of fans disappointed. I'm sure that he didn't. And but Biao Ding advanced and ended up falling in the quarterfinals to Dimitar Danchev, who is one of the final 4 as we're recording this. He's going to face Ryutu Nakai and then Nikita Kuznetsov against Alex Foxen. And then the winners of those will go to the final 2. And one of those 4 people will walk away with a bracelet.
Yeah, I was sitting there watching that Alex Foxen Brandon Wilson match, just, Pride Monthing it up.
Yeah, I would. Jesus fucking Christ.
That was amazing. I could have watched those 2 play for 48 hours. Anyway, Ding Biao.
It would be, I think we have, it was at Ryuta Nakai. We took on our fantasy team in the ODB league.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Let's
Hell
go,
yeah.
boys. My hands are so wet. My hands are so wet.
He was.
Look how wet that
I think
is.
he was the only guy in the final 8 that I wasn't super familiar with.
I think that was him. I'm
pretty sure it was him.
We did deep research. You don't remember?
Clearly.
I knew that before we just did that.
Yeah,
Don't we
yeah.
also have Scott Seaver?
I don't think we took Seaver. Did we? I don't know. We have
Wait,
to look.
did we really not take Seaver?
I don't think so. You have to
Are we fucking
pull up your phone if you
stupid?
want.
We gave you the list, and you're like, whatever.
You're just like,
That
I don't like this one player, and you made us replace the one player. I won't say who it was.
We're not going to anyway.
All right, let us talk about the Mini Mystery Millions $550 buy-in tournament. I think it ended up being the 7th largest tournament in WSOP history, live event. Over 20,000 entries. I'll get the exact number
The
here.
9th largest tournament that started on a Tuesday since 06.
20,488 runners. There was a bunch of bounties to be had, $1 million, of course,
I
up
think Mike
top.
and I were 10 of those.
Yeah, did you guys fire away in this one or what?
I was too distracted by the joke I made off air, and then I was thinking about how Brock Wilson's face on volleyball and Castaway would be a funny thing. Like, Wilson. Anyway, yeah, I was at least 10 of the entries.
I think we should dig into that a little bit more.
Yeah, no.
Wilson.
I'm looking for a graphic. You know what to do.
You know what to do. Please make that graphic.
Yeah, 10. That was an amazing tournament. The Mystery Millions that's what we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
It's a pretty sick one. I have a very interesting take on this, right? At first, I was complaining because I was saying the rake was really high, which it was, and a 1K price point, 800 price points better because they rake basically the same and the prize pool's bigger, right? But then I'd said this for multiple days, and then day 2 happened, and people were pulling the bounties. And as I was watching them pull the bounties, and like the one guy who had his mom there, I don't know if you saw that, and he
on
pulled
FaceTime.
100K.
Yeah.
I watched that and I went, that's kind of what poker, I mean, it's not what poker's all about, but it's what my utopia of poker's all about, It was really cool to see a bunch of people, because 25K is like a lot, living their dream. Like literally that was their dream. They were going to enter this tournament for $500 and you're pulling $250,000 bounties, $5,000 times a buy-in, a million, 20K or 2,000 times a buy-in, 200 times a buy-in. I'm high. Who knows?
2,000 times.
There's a lot of buy-ins.
500
baby.
times 2,000 is a million.
I got a little lost there and there.
It's all right. I knew you got it.
It's amazing. It's amazing stuff to see, and it changes people's lives. And honestly, if we're talking about growth for poker, things like that can go viral and they can grow poker. If I was just like a random guy who just like played a little chess, played some video games, whatever, and I wasn't into poker yet, and I saw that guy won $1 million off $500. Like,
yeah.
I think that guy did it. I think I could do that. So I think it's really good for poker, and I kind of liked it.
Let me play slight devil's advocate, or like ask you this too, though.
No, absolutely not. It's good for poker.
I'm sorry.
It's good for poker.
It is good for poker. Put me in the dungeon, please. Anyway, last year I feel like the 1K, the entries were like basically the same though. Like I think they got, they get close to 20,000 in the 1K, and now in this one it was the same thing. So you cut the buy-in in half and got the same amount of people.
Yeah, but numbers overall are down.
Well, that's what my question was going to be. Okay, is this a factor of numbers overall being down, or is this a factor of something else?
That's actually really good.
I know.
That's actually like amazing. This is fucking good jerky.
We're going to talk about it in a little bit. Let me talk about the bounties real quick. So this tournament, there was almost $4.1 million in the bounty pool. The way it worked was if you got a golden chest, you got pulled up on this screen where you got to draw an envelope, and you were guaranteed $25K if you got a golden chest. And there were 39 25Ks, 4 50Ks, 4 100Ks, a pair of 250Ks, and then the $1 million bounty. I know that Matt Stout, the Charity Series of Poker founder, Kathy Liebert, they both got 25Ks.
Oh, really?
Which I thought was pretty cool.
Kathy Liebert did.
Hey, go guys.
Congrats.
Yay, congrats to both.
Jacob Long, the reigning MSPT Player of the Year, a guy I played with
That's
many
where
times.
I knew him from. I'm looking at it. I'm like, God, I'm roasted, but I know that guy for sure.
Yeah, he drew one of the 250Ks. He wasn't even going to come out to the WSOP this early, but a bunch of friends talked him into it. He did a road trip. Now he's got $250,000 more, which is great. So congratulations to him. I know a lot of the MSPT guys familiar with him. And then there was the $1 million bounty pool. And look, I was literally there, the first ever mystery bounty event at the Wynn. They were the ones who popularized this format, right? And I was there with Jesse Fullen, a good friend of mine at the time.
Oh,
and
I was there too.
we were doing the filming of the polls, right? And like, how do you get these so that's the most excitement, etc.? I bring this up just because I've been around since the beginning and I've seen a whole plethora of reactions, and I hate it when somebody pulls a huge bounty and then they are just stone-faced. They have zero reaction to it whatsoever.
Like,
yeah.
How do you feel? It's like, I need to get back to my big blind. Like, you won $1 million. Who cares, bro?
100%.
Yeah, that wasn't the case, though, luckily, in this event. We had a big winner. So I don't know. I just learned this, too. He had busted the tournament. He was going to wait until his blinds passed or something, and then he was going to go up and do the draw. Well, as he was waiting, I think he was on the buttons. He got it in like ace king versus eights, and he lost. He busted in 101st, 102nd place, something like that. And then he went up to do the drawing. Right,
Pretty
so
sick swing from
imagine
being
you're
like,
deep
cash
in
for 9K. Oh well, and then
you're disappointed because you just busted this tournament. You're deep, and you come that close, and then you get one last pull at it, and you pull the $1 million bounty. It was pretty interesting. The gentleman's name was Andrew Shelton, I think is his name.
Yep.
Sound right? Yeah. We got the video of it. Check it out.
Is that a 1? Sure is. Is that a 1? We would love to see a 1 as the first number, yeah.
I am number 1.
Yeah, you are number 1. All right, well, that works. And is the first number a 1?
It's a dollar sign.
Yes, dollar sign, thank you. What about that next figure? Is that a 1? Sure is. Is that a 1? Yeah! Congratulations.
I busted out the courage to pull that.
Redemption.
Yes.
Redemption at a time. Let's face this way. Scoot up a little bit for me. How would you describe what is running through your mind right now?
I got to figure out a way to lose a lot of money so I don't pay taxes.
Okay, so instantly mine goes to the taxes.
I learned like half of it before I leave Vegas, and then I think I should do it.
You had a good feeling walking up here, right?
Yeah.
Said I am number 1, and boom, here it is.
Exactly. You know what?
What are you going to spend the money on?
Drugs, alcohol, women.
Yep. That's the usual here. Thank you for being honest, at least. All right, Andrew Shelton, there he is, our $1 million mini mystery millions.
All right, so there you saw it, his reaction to pulling 7 figures. Mike, to your point, like that was the dream moment. That's what every 20,000 entries came, putting up $500, hoping to hit a big bounty, life-changing score. As they're coming back for the final day, there's no more big bounties in play, which I think 5K is the top right now, which is good, right? Because now it's just back to regular tournament poker, 400K up top. If the $1 million bounty was still in play, that changes all kinds of table dynamics, ICM, et cetera.
Now, it seems like you said good to there being no bounties. That's what I heard, right? Did he say good?
I think he meant good as like a general. This is what's happening.
I think it's I couldn't give 2 shits about day 3 now because there's no big bounties. If there was still a couple big bounties left,
that's fair.
Perhaps the boy would be interested, but there's not a single gold chest yet. Let's see who final tables it and wins, and then
I don't know if there's ever really, and I mean, I'm sure this is not the case, but like in my memory of the big bounty times at the World Series, it's pretty much always gone day 2, and day 3 it just ends up being, oh, there might be 1 gold chest left. We know how much it's worth. It's mostly just playing it out though. And like, it would be sick if it was like final 18 and the $1 million bounty was still in and they could broadcast that because like you said, crazy implications, ICM implications, very different.
It happened once at the Wynn. I live reported and I remember the biggest bounty was in play at the final table.
That's
and
sick.
It changed everything,
yeah,
right?
Of course.
If you were to go all in, you were going to get called by somewhere.
Yeah.
So
Dara has a really good satellite book a really good mystery bounty book. Yeah, amazing satellite books as well, but amazing mystery bounty book. I had a good point. Oh yeah, I think. What do we think about this? The bottom bounties, the $500 bounties, just get rid of those. They're zeros, or maybe I don't know. They're zeros. And
that was the min 500?
Yeah,
the min was 500.
And there was a lot of them. I'll tell you exactly how many.
And
there was 527 $500 bounties. So $263,500 worth of $500 bounties.
Yeah, I would prefer them to be. I would prefer more big bounty, like medium bounties. Maybe keep the 500s, or maybe up into 1,000. Maybe middle it out. I don't know.
I think everyone would rather there be 55K bounties than all those $500 bounties.
Yeah, because the $500 is you're just breaking even, right? You're actually losing money essentially. But,
well, yeah.
I mean, you're always losing money.
It'd be interesting to know that if there was a poll. What people would prefer, because I definitely would prefer some bigger bounties.
Also, there should always be a big bounty left for the final table. In my opinion, I think that you should always hold one over. I'm not saying it should be the $1 million bounty or anything, but there should be a $250,000 or $100K bounty left over.
Somehow they set it up so there's at least one gold chest left.
Well, you just take one $100K and you just say that's going to the final table, or maybe you do maybe you make it so that there's multiple 50s or something, but you make the final table incredibly more interesting for everyone.
What if 10% of the gold chests were just death bounties and you just are out of the tournament?
That'd be like one of the worst things ever. Like, I'm trying to think what could make me turn into Phil Hellmuth and threaten to burn the place down. It's if I had a death bounty.
I think,
and he's out of the tournament. Unprecedented event.
I do want to talk about the Charity Series of Poker event number 100. I'm wearing the shirt. I was there on Saturday night. This was a fun event. The Charity Series of Poker has been around for, I think, more than 10 years. Founded by Matt Stout. A lot of people have gotten involved. I know you guys have both played them. This one was at the Vegas Auto Mall. So it was surrounded by all these luxury cars, which was pretty cool. I got to play. I made the final table.
Saw that.
Sick.
Nice but unfortunately, at that point in the tournament, the big stack was probably literally like 5 blinds. And I had literally 2 blinds, and I drew the big blind. So half of it in the big blind ante, and then so I was out the very first hand. But it was still a lot of fun. Put together a little highlight video from the CSOP 100. Check it out.
What's up, guys? We're here at our 100th event at Vegas Auto Gallery. The most ridiculous venue I've probably ever been allowed in, let alone run a charity event in, and great turnout. We had a blast. Thank you to everybody who made these first 100 events what they were, helped us raise $8 million for unbelievable causes with my favorite game. And we are far from done. We're going to keep expanding, raising more money in more markets for more amazing nonprofits. And I just appreciate Poker News and everybody else who's been involved in this journey. And I can't believe we hit 100 events, and I can't wait to do 100 more with y'all.
So there you have it, the CSOP 100. I think they've got 3 more Charity Series of Poker events this summer. If you get the opportunity, check it out. Maybe we'll be doing a giveaway for a seat here on the Poker News Podcast. Before we wrap this up, I want to thank our new sponsor, Beef Jerky sponsor, which, when I first heard about it, I was like, I don't know. Like, come on. Beef jerky. Jack Links did WSOP. I've had some shitty beef jerky in my life. Road trips and stuff.
Sure.
And honestly, after Jack Links sponsored the WSOP years and years ago, like they used to give away free Jack Links beef jerky, which was fine for a time, but it was just too much. And it kind of burned me out on beef jerky. But Think Jerky, I'm like, all right, we'll give it a go. And I mean, you tried some earlier on air, which was unscripted, by the way. But Mike, you seem to like it.
Yeah, it was delicious. And I'm like surprised. I would like, do they have a spicy one if we could get this with some spice in it?
This is honey, sriracha honey.
Give me that.
Well, I was going to have
let me tell you some of the stuff they got. They got the bags, right? So we got sriracha honey. They got the sesame teriyaki, both pretty good. Yeah. You've got the sticks. So you got a turkey stick. You got an original beef stick. Here are the ones that we don't have yet, but we will be getting in studio that I'm excited about.
Wait.
And I've tried these. They have a Thanksgiving stick. So it is like if you've ever went to like Capriotti's and got the Bobby, like a sub, where it has like stuffing and cranberry sauce or whatever. They have a beef stick version of that. And I tried it. I liked it a lot. But they also have in collaboration for you on the East Coast, if you're familiar with the Philadelphia cheesesteak and the cheesesteaks folks, they have a place called Pat's in Philadelphia. Pat's Philly cheesesteaks. They did a collaboration where they have a Pat's Philly cheesesteak, Think Jerky beef stick. It's amazing. I'll have it here next episode. And then that triggered me because I'm like, wait a minute. triggered me in a good way. Good memory.
Yeah. Cheesesteaks.
Triggered me
Cheesecake.
because my uncle took me to Pat's when I was
big
9.
butt cheeks.
In 2015, I took a big shot and played on Poker Night in America in a 25-50 game. And it was in Philadelphia, at Rivers, Philly, which was at the time was called Sugar House. And it was a big shot for me,
Great casino.
$5K buy-in. And the gimmick, and I didn't know until I got in the game, but the gimmick, it had Phil Hellmuth was in there, Sean Deeb, Dan Shack, but the casino also gave $5,000 a piece to the 3 cheesesteak kings of Philadelphia, right? So the owner of Geno's, Tony Luke's, and Pat's, Frank Oliveira, I believe is his name. And so when I seen the Think Jerky collaboration, I'm like, wait, Pat's, there's something there. I played against this guy. And I went back and found the footage. And I thought it would be fun to show some clips of this Pat's cheesesteaks, because now they are in collaboration with Think Jerky with our podcast. I don't know, it's just like this full circle.
Small world, baby.
Full circle jerk.
Full
Jerky.
circle
Jerky.
We're corrupting him. Good, finally.
Well done. Good job, man.
Now I'm just going to get someone to say jerk on the podcast.
Terrible, but you guys have corrupted me.
Oh, I'm first? Yeah.
Check. The red purple one. Thanks.
What's that, 7 what?
Holloway going to continue with his story that he's got a big hand.
All in. All in.
It's a good point.
Do or die now, brother.
And my mom is a huge gambler. She loved it. Yeah. She's probably channeling me. She's like, she wants to be here.
Yeah. My grandfather loved all that stuff. Like that was coming from a family of gamblers. Like my gram, the oldest woman never played the World Series main event at 94.
I'm going to play a little longer.
It's just great. She's
So there you have it. I will bring in some of the Pat's cheesesteak version of these beef sticks next episode. You guys are going to like it, I'm pretty sure. But I don't know. I'm excited. There'll be a sponsor all summer long. We basically have access to unlimited beef jerky now.
I'm excited because I've been dieting again the last few weeks and looking at the combination of the carbohydrates and fat,
There's protein. Yeah, the protein in there.
Of course. But what I'm saying is
it's good.
This one's got a little bit too much fat but not enough carbs for me. And this one has, so I'm going to combine the two into the perfect macronutrient combination. Don't look at me like
100%
grass fed.
fed.
Breast right now.
I
touch it.
I touch
You
it
feel that?
every day.
You feel that shit?
All right, Flex, go. I'm ready. Come on, do it.
Shut the fuck up.
100% grass fed, 0 sugar, 8 grams of protein, 80 calories per
this
stick.
remind you?
Check it out. I'll link to it in the show notes. And if you see me at
like
the
a bigger version of your dong.
WSOP or these guys, I'll give you some. We can pass some of this out. So if any players at the WSOP like, hey, you want to try it?
I'm not giving it to anyone.
No, I'm eating all of it.
I'm going to tell
If you want this, go buy it yourself. This is mine.
Shut up. Okay. We'll pass it out. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We'll pass it out.
No, if anybody wants some, we'll pass it out.
No, you should give it all to us, and we'll definitely pass it out.
Before I let you go, I want to let you know the next episode is going to be a special one. It will be me one-on-one in this studio with a poker legend, Vince Bergio, who is, I think, 91, 92, something. He's in his 90s. He made headlines last year for doing the Shuffle Up and Deal at the seniors events, but he was a legend in the 90s poker scene, basically. Everybody knows him. That was around then, Phil Hellmuth and those kind of players. And I thought, you know what? Today's generation might not know him. I read his book. He's going to be in Vegas. I said, come on into the studio. Let's get some of your stories down. Let's talk some WSOP history. And he's going to be kind enough to come in. I think he's going to bring some of his, goodies. He's a bracelet winner, so we'll see if he brings his bracelet. If not, I'll bring mine. And yeah, it should be a good episode.
I was a legend in the 90s too. So,
all right, boys, that's going to do it. Do us a favor, like, subscribe. There's a rumor out there. We're trying to get to 100,000 subscribers on YouTube for the Poker News channel.
What's the rumor?
That if we get there, we might try to do some sort of big giveaway. Like it would unlock a tier. Like if this was a Kickstarter, right? You get to this 100,000 subscribers, and we're going to do a big giveaway. I don't know if that's for sure yet. I'm working
for 48 hours. He's yours.
But do us a favor, like, subscribe, give us the 5-star review if you're listening to this on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, et cetera,
and again, if you guys have any sort of food-based products and or drinks or
we need an energy drink,
sponsor. Or we could use, more beef-related
or a rosin sponsor, maybe.
That'd be great. That'd be great.
As we learned from Ray Condler, you can write off your bongs.
We will be back with 3 episodes a week every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from the 2026 World Series of Poker. Until then, we'll keep a seat open for you.